my name is Annie, and I am a knitwear designer and yarn dyer living south of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm really happy that you guys stopped by to chat with me today because, as we all know, there is just something about yarn that brings us all together. Big thank you to those of you coming back and dealing with all of my single episode last week, mini episode, as I tried to play with camera and audio. The feedback I got was awesome, so I have decided to stick with the camera and everything, and then the external mic setup because apparently it's just a lot better. I did change my backdrop, as you can tell if you did watch last week and the week before. Instead of having my stash shelves behind me, I did decide that the lighting from the window was better, so I'm back at my desk like I was on previous episodes, just because, especially on a gray day like today, it's just like a very nice, gentle glow instead of over there. It just seemed a little bit like the camera was a little bit fuzzier. I don't know. In processing, it felt like the lighting could be better. So this situation with the new camera and this lighting will be somewhat experimental, but if you guys are joining me for the first time, you guys are getting in on a little bit of different things, so if that makes any sense. And I do apologize. I yesterday was my Friday, so today I'm off work, coming off of a holiday weekend at work. It's kind of like, so I may ramble, I may repeat myself, and I may not make much sense at times. So you newbies, apologies in advance. I'm just weird. Sorry. But those of you who've been with me since the beginning will know what to expect. And yeah, it's just more of the same, promise. So first up, what I'm wearing. I don't think I have talked about this on the podcast. If I have, just smack me upside the head and be like, Annie, seriously, make notes. I probably should anyway, especially the longer this goes. I will forget what I've talked about at some point. But anyway, this is my Ashton shawlette, and it is knit in Malabrigo sock in the colorway Impressionist Sky. I knitted this in, I want to say 2012. Yeah, 2012 sounds right. And it's just a really cute, I'll just show it here. Little shawlette, one skein. I love the leafy lacy edging. Yes, it is blue leaves. I had this skein of yarn and I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna knit this pattern. And anybody who complains about blue leaves, well, I try to keep this podcast children appropriate, so I won't say what I'd actually say. So, yeah. And now it's not going to look as good as it did when I first put it on, but oh well. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. An oldie but goodie. Yeah. Next up, finished objects. And I have one. Now, mind you, it is not blocked because I just haven't gotten around to blocking it. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. To be quite honest, by the time I finished the knit on border, you guys know what I'm talking about if you watched last week, I really needed to just not look at the pattern for a little while, the shawl for a little while, because 46 times through the same chart did drive me a little bit insane. Yes, it was worth it. I knew it would be. But again, knit on edgings are just not my thing, so it will probably be a while before I do another pattern with them. But I gotta say, I freaking love this. The edging is not what it will be once I've blocked it, of course. But yeah, it's done, guys. This is the test knit that I was doing for Kalora Hudson, Cinder Rose. It is a kind of semicircle shawl using worsted weight yarn. So I used my own hand-dyed Annie yarn in my superwash worsted base. The gray is my tarnished silver colorway, and then this lovely light pink here is Himalayan salt. So yeah, it was totally worth it. Like I said, I knew it would be. In the middle of it, I just about pulled my hair out. But you guys, once it's blocked, and I can wear it to work, and it keeps me warm and nice and snuggly. Oh my gosh, I am, yeah, it is delicious. So, yep. Okay, moving on to works in progress. I do have progress on 2 designs to show. I don't have any new cast-ons, so these are both going to be, well, I mean, technically I do, but I'll get back to that. First up, living in my lovely witchy bag from the Ginger U. Look at that. Isn't that just, oh, come on, focus. Isn't that just, oh, I love it. Go buy some of her bags, you guys. They're awesome. So living in here is a witchy pattern, which you guys will have seen many times on Instagram and on the podcast, because I started it in fall of 2018, and I'm almost done. So this is knit out of Cameo Yarns Charming Sock in amaranthine, I never can remember which one it's supposed to be, but that's the purple. And then Autumn Spice is this delicious orange. And yes, it is supposed to be something for fall. So I am intent upon finishing it and releasing it this summer in time for fall knitting. So I am kind of, I've hit a brick wall. This needle is technically, or the cable is technically too short to show. It's all scrunched up, but you can kind of see what I'm doing with this, where I have, you know, the stripes, which are kind of like, they're supposed to be like witch stockings, kind of little stripies. And then I alternate 2 different patterns, more of like, you know, just like an open lace. And then you have more of a textured stitch in the purple. And then you just keep going and going and going with that. And then you finally end here with the main body. Now, what has me stuck is the edging. I don't want to do knit on edging. Okay, guys? Yeah, we've established that. The only thing is, in my mind, I have this idea of using the purple skein, probably, well, yeah, the purple skein, excuse me, to create a texture lace, whatever, that kind of looks like broomsticks, or like the bristles on a broom. However, I don't want it to be broomstick lace. That is not the right look. The closest thing that I have been able to find is parasol lace, I think is what it's called. Parasol lace. I think that's what it is. But still, that's not quite right. I don't know if it's, I just need to try to play with it and kind of come up with my own variation of it. But if you guys have any ideas on what I can do for the edging on this shawl, please message me on Instagram. I would say Ravelry, but I'm not as active on there as I should be, even though I would like to try to change that soon. But the best way to get in touch with me is through either email or DM on Instagram. So, all of that to say, I got to the point where I don't want to do any more knitting on this until I figure out what the heck I'm going to do, because I did the final stripe section. Let's see if I can show this better. And you can see that Progress Keeper is where I stopped and showed it off last time on the podcast. So I've done all that. It doesn't look like much, but like I said, this is really scrunched up. This is several hundred stitches at this point, so it really is a lot. But yeah, I am trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, because I don't know if I'm just not well versed enough. I don't know, but yeah. So with that in mind, I even tossed around the idea of doing like the moon phases. I don't know. Suggestions, please. Because yeah, there are several things that I could do, but I really want it to be extra spiffy special and keeping with the witchy theme. I'm thinking about calling it Witching Hour. Because like I said, it really is, you know. So if you guys will send me your ideas, I'll see what kind of meshes with my vision. And whoever ends up submitting or sending me the winning idea will get a free copy of the pattern when it releases. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun hearing from you guys. I hope you guys will all send ideas and we'll see where this thing goes, because like I said, I am ready to get it tested and released. I've been working on it for so long and it needs to be out in the world. So yeah. All right, work in progress / new cast on, but not really. Living in this gorgeous bag by Woodsy and Wild. See, the texture is awesome. Okay, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you may remember a video that I posted where I was tinking some 2-color brioche. And then before that, I was talking about a boomerang shape design that I had started working on with Malabrigo yarn, that the combination of the new shape, never designed with it before, and 2-color brioche, never done that before, never done brioche in a shape other than straight, where you have these increases, trying to do all that. It was just too much, which y'all know. So I ripped it out, and the other night I cast on version 2.0 of this design. And guys, I am so loving it. I've designed quite a few triangle shawls, so it's a lot more familiar to me. And even though 2-color brioche and brioche with increased stitches, both, new to me, I am working on it. I had intended to have some brioche done to show you guys how awesome it looks, but I ended up ripping out what I had done because I wanted to make absolutely 100% sure that I was writing everything right, doing everything right, all that. So no brioche to show you guys this week, but I think I've done quite a bit. So you can see this is color A, and I don't remember the colorway names on these. I'm sorry. I can pull the tags. I think I put it in Ravelry maybe. So if you absolutely have to know, I'll talk about it later. But anyway, so yeah, color A. And then I've started putting in color B in some garter ridges. So that way they'll start blending. Let me pull these out of the bag. So color A is this gorgeousness right here. And color B. And they are blending beautifully. And then color C is this one right here. So these three together will be the entire design. Now this is Malabrigo's worsted base, which I had never heard of until I saw it in a local yarn store, I want to say about a year ago, and just fell in love with it. And the colors, I just started pulling skeins off the wall. I think the shop owner was looking at me like I was crazy, because I then proceeded to untwist them and lay them out on the table, even though I'm a yarn dyer and twisting skeins is like second nature to me, but they didn't ask, so whatever. Anyway, so I wanted 3 colorways that would blend really well. So this one, pink and purple with a hint of blue. This one is purple and blue with a hint of teal. And then the final one is blue and teal with a hint of green. So basically I took 3 that are like a step apart, where like the minor colors in this one are the main color in this one, and the minor color in this one are the main color in this one. So that way you have this really nice blend, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, just looking at them like laid out on a table in good lighting, they looked really good as a blend. They're kind of like almost like a fade or a shift or whatever. So yeah, it's a brioche shift. I cannot wait to get to where I am doing the brioche so I can show you guys, because before I ripped out the old one, the brioche was looking pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, and then being able to add in the 3rd color, and oh my gosh, yeah, I'm really excited. I was so stressed about trying to do that new shawl shape and make sure I did it right. I wasn't enjoying the design anymore. So that's why I ripped it out and started it over in something that I'm way more familiar with. So that's what I'm up to with this. Oh, and I whipped up these little stitch markers today. If it'll focus. Come on. Okay, hang on. Let me zoom. So there we go. They're just little glass beads, like teal with hints of orange and red and purple. And then I did some Swarovski crystals. Oh my gosh. Did some Swarovski crystals on top just to give a little bit of shine to it. But yeah, I wanted some that blended well with the colors that I'm using in this shawl. And I thought that was a lot of fun. So a little bit of sparkle added, and yeah, it was fun. I haven't made stitch markers in quite a while, so it was a lot of fun to pull that out and brush off my wire wrapping skills a little bit. So yeah, that is I think I'll call it my brioche shift shawl design. At least the working title, brioche shift. Brioche shift, one word, or two, brioche shift. Brioche fade, brioche gradient. I don't know. I like brioche shift. That is it on works in progress, at least ones that I've actually made progress on. I did come to a decision about my campsite cardigan. If you watched last week, I did show where the unfortunate dye lot non-transition happened. Yeah. Again, nothing against the pattern. It was all me and my unfortunate oversight of detail. So, I have decided to do the Farm Twist jacket by Joji Locatelli, and I'm really, really excited. I did put the campsite back on last night and tried to force myself to be okay with the color change at the bottom, but it just looks too much like a border and it goes right across my rear, and I don't want attention being drawn to my rear, especially since I work in a very large store with very bright lights and I'm constantly talking to people and leading them places, and I think it would be more professional of me to not have a dark stripe going across my bottom. So, command decision, I am tinking the campsite cardigan, which is a crying shame because when I put it on last night, I remembered why I love the pattern, why I like it. It fits me perfectly. And it is so my style. Like, it is the pattern, like, it's almost like she wrote it for me. Like, seriously, Alicia, your campsite cardigan is mind-blowingly amazing. I'm just a dummy. So, anyway, I decided that I need something a little bit more dressy for work. So I thought the cable and everything, like the designs in the Farm Twist jacket, would be a little bit more like business professional style, a little bit more like with the button band and, like, you know, being able to close it, and a little bit more trim silhouette. So I think what I'll do is just dye up another yarn, another colorway, and make another campsite at some point that's more for like at home. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as far as that. I haven't started tinking it yet because trauma, but I'm planning on getting to that this week. I think I will just put on a podcast on YouTube and not look at what I'm doing. Just, yeah, that was a lot of work, but now I know. I have really lucked out in the knitting department as far as like dye lots and stuff, where I really haven't had that much of an issue with that. It's just this one, for some reason, I don't know. I think I dyed all the yarn together and everything. Like, it technically is not a different dye lot. It's just, I don't know if it was just like an outer skein that got more of the yarn, the dye, and so it's darker. I don't know. But next go around with the Farm Twist jacket, I will definitely be a lot more in tune to each skein and alternating and working everything in together. So yeah, that's it as far as the actual knitting stuff. The only other things that I wanted to show that I made are not, well, they're knitting related. They're not made of yarn, but they are very knitting related. And if you follow my Instagram, you saw that today I pulled out my beads and wire and had a little bit of fun. So let me grab those to show you. I'm really excited. Okay, so you may have noticed one of them on my witching hour shawl. It's a progress keeper. So these are what I've been making today. You know what? I'm just going to zoom in. That way you guys can really see them. So this is, okay, I think it's aventurine crystal or whatever that I put some pink Swarovskis with. I really like it. It's on a lobster claw. It's not as heavy as you might think. Now, I did try this out clipped to worsted weight yarn, and it was fine. I don't know how it would work with sock weight, so yeah. A little bit of experimentation is yet to be done, but I whipped these up today. Let me grab the next one. I whipped these up today as kind of an experiment. This is just a regular clear crystal with some jet black Swarovskis just to give some contrast. But I have had this idea in my head for a really long time. So when these beads were on sale at Michael's, my local craft store last Christmas, so like 4 months ago, I grabbed them and they've been marinating in my bead drawer ever since. But today I decided to go ahead and try playing with them. And I'm really, really excited with what came out of it. And then this one is an amethyst one. You can see it has some very gentle faceting on it. And then because this one is drilled top to bottom instead of like a pendant, I wound the wire and did the Swarovskis at the bottom. But it's also in a lobster claw. It's a little bit lighter than the other ones. So yeah. And then last but not least is this little hexagon jump ring I got like 2 years ago. I got a bunch of them and then never did anything with them. So today I decided, you know what, why not? So I put a couple of crystals on a head pin, and wrapped it and created this little charm on a hexagon jump ring. So yeah, I'm going to try it and see how I like it. So that being said, if any of you would be interested in getting your paws on some of these, let me know. I'd be happy to whip up some and put them in the shop at a discount as a thank you for trying them out and giving me your feedback. I really, really like how they came out. And like I said, the heavier ones are going to be better for like DK, worsted, bulky projects. That said, I do need to put them on larger lobster claws. Note to self. But yeah, the heavier ones, they're not, like I said, as heavy as I would have thought they would be. I can weigh them and give you guys the actual weight if you'd like. Or you can, like I said, just grab a couple and try them yourselves. I'm going to be putting these through testing on my next projects. And like I said, I already have one on my witching hour shawl design. So yeah, excuse me. I am particularly excited about the hexagon with the little charm on it. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, and y'all know I'm obsessed with hexagonal geometry and geometry in general. So yeah, I'm really excited, and they're so cute and little, but I mean, come on, like seriously. Yeah, I need to make more of these. So if you guys would be interested, I can put them in the shop and see what you guys think. Yeah, so that is about it as far as what I've been making in the last week. It's a bit more than I thought. I'm pretty pleased. I have had quite a bit more knitting time than I thought I would. So I'm thinking I may go back to podcasting weekly. Podcasting the last couple of weeks, I really, really enjoyed it. And I do think I have enough to talk about weekly. So if that keeps going and I can crank out enough content to talk to you guys again next week, you can expect another episode to come out next week. If not, then we'll stick with my bi-weekly idea. But for now, I want to try going weekly and just see what I can do. I will say we are going to be, our lease is up in May. So heading into late March, a little bit into April. Wow, March is next month. I can't believe it. Into next month or the month after, we will be starting the house hunt and all of that, prepping to move. So we'll just see. But for this foreseeable future, my knitting mojo is, and yeah, I think I have enough to talk about. Ah! Okay. I think I have enough to talk about to justify episode weekly. So yeah, we'll go with that. See where I go. Okay. I need y'all's opinions yet again. If you follow me on Instagram, 50th time I've said that this episode probably, you will see that on the first day of spring, which is March 19th, my superwash worsted will be going in the vault until fall. So I would like to introduce a new sock base in the meantime. I mean, I was thinking about doing it anyway, to be honest, but I think going into warmer weather would be a great idea to have like another, anyway. And one thing that I've really been missing with my new yarn line has been a single ply sock base. Let me show you this up close. There we go. So my supplier has this gorgeousness as an option. Oh yeah, that is so beautiful. This is 100% superwash merino, 415 yards, Italian source, mulesing free. And guys, it is so freaking soft. Like, oh my goodness. So last week when I showed off my skein from Fuse Fiber Studio in a single ply, I mentioned that I am kind of gravitating back toward single ply again. And I mean, my new Brio Shift, I don't know, that seems corny. Anyway, design, working title, design kind of proves that because it's a single ply too. So yeah. And the idea, see, when I had Annie yarn the first time around, I didn't do speckles. Single ply and speckles are amazingly like, oh my gosh, I love speckles on a single ply. So what do you guys think about me adding a single ply yarn? Let me know in the comments, on Instagram, wherever you would like to contact me, except Ravelry. I don't check Ravelry yet. But like I said earlier, more on that later. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys think because, yeah, this really gets me excited. And I think you guys would really, really like it. Another option that I am tossing around for later in the year, maybe closer to fall, I don't know. Again, I'm open to suggestions, is this skein, or this base, rather. Only one skein. Anyway, this is a merino cashmere nylon blend. Yeah, I miss me. I miss having me some MCN to dye. Like, seriously. It is so fun to work with, both dyeing and knitting. So, let me show you this one up close too. It's got a great halo, lovely texture. Oh, yeah. I love this base. So, yeah, this is... Which one do I go with, guys? I'm leaning toward the single sock, at least for summer, and then maybe this one more toward fall, but what do you guys want me to dye? Like, seriously, give me your thoughts. What do you want to get in my colorways? Let me know. I don't think we'd go wrong with either one, seriously. Yeah. Moving on to more admin-y stuff, I guess. I don't know. I've really been putting a lot of thought into how I can grow my YouTube channel. Doing the podcast weekly or bi-weekly, it doesn't feel like it's enough. I want to do more. I want to create a more well-rounded set of videos. And then also, I really want to make my yarn dyeing brand, Annie Yarn, more personal to you guys. So, I know I've talked about doing this in a blog post kind of format with photos and text. I'm nixing that idea in favor of video format, and that is my color story series. This world has so many colors, and each one has a story. I want to tell those stories as I create my colorways. And I want to do it in a rich format where you feel like you could reach through the screen and touch the skeins of yarn and feel them and smell the wool cooking and all the sensory things that go into yarn dyeing. So my idea is to take footage of the process when I'm actually dyeing the yarn, put that together with a little bit of music, some voiceover, maybe show the inspiration image, things like that, and then give you an up-close tour, if you will, of the finished product. And all through that, I'm telling the color story. So I'm going to try, like, my next set of colorways that I put together, I'm going to make the footage, I'm going to put all of that together, and I will try posting a color story video and just see what you guys think. So I'm really, really excited because as I go back and, maybe start doing color stories for older colorways, I can start filling in, and instead of having my colorway gallery be where you click on the thumbnail and just enlarges, instead it could potentially click over to a full color story profile for each colorway where you have the video, maybe some photos and a little bit of text, but you have this really well-rounded package that really brings the colorways to life for you guys, because all of my colorways come from a love of life and beauty, and I want my colorways to pull shades and hues that you may not really think about. So that's why I love dyeing yarn. That's why the colors just speak to me, and I want to share the stories that the colors tell me as I put them on yarn and I create these these compilations or these pieces of art or whatever you want to call it. I want to share that with you guys so you can really have a connection. And when you're knitting with the yarn, you can tell your own story with it and add on to the story of the color itself. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm going to go ahead and start putting one or two together and just kind of see what you guys think about seeing one finished. But yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I think that it'll really add a lot to my YouTube channel and your experience with my yarn brand, which I think would be really awesome. So yeah, it's going to be a project, but it's one that I really want to undertake, and I really want to share with you guys. I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day. I want to share a look into what I do and what I love, why I love it, and create an opportunity for you guys to interact with me and my yarns in a new way. So yeah, I can't wait to get started. It's going to be fun. So I really miss having an active Ravelry group. The last time I really had one that was like a poppin', was honestly when I did the Knitting with Jane knit-alongs back in the day. That was part of what got me started and got my name out there. So I, honestly, it seems like an interest in Jane Austen has actually been coming back around the bend. So we may see more Knitting with Jane kits in the future. But back to the actual reason I'm talking about this is I really would like to have an active Ravelry group again. I thought about doing it in the Annie Yarn group, but I think I should probably do it in the Something About Yarn podcast group that I started and then never did anything with. Just because the podcast is going to be my primary way to communicate with you guys and interact. So because I'm really, really intent on making a real a serious go of this podcast again and really getting it somewhere. So I would really like to start doing knit-alongs in the Ravelry group. I'm going to start opening threads for each episode, start trying to start the conversation and kind of get an active group going again. Speaking of knit-alongs, March is coming up, which is my birthday month. I am turning 30. Yeah, I'm not very excited. More traumatized than anything. But I thought, if you guys have any ideas for a knit along that we could do for my birthday, or like my birthday month, March, I would love to have something fun and exciting to look forward to help kind of offset the dread that I have for turning 30. We'll just leave it there. But so I used to do this thing called Malabrigo March. Every March I would knit a Malabrigo pattern project. So I would just choose a random pattern, get some Malabrigo yarn, and go to town. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in doing, we could have it on the Ravelry group, have it in conjunction with my Dirty 30, whatever. Let me know in the comments or on Instagram what you guys would be interested in doing as a March knit along. We could do prizes, because what's a giveaway without a prize, So yeah, let me know if you'd be into the idea, and we can start plotting. We have 10 days to put something together, get it ready, and go. So yeah, let me know. And last but not least, I've decided that I want to do something really fun to help my channel get started, get a leg up, get going. So I am going to do something fun that I've seen other podcasters in other areas do, so not knitting related, mainly video games. I am going to do a road to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's a lofty goal considering I have less than 100 right now, and I love each and every one of you. And I know you guys know awesome knitters who would like somebody who randomly has a faux hawk on their head chatting at them through a camera. Maybe, I don't know, am I overestimating my own charm or something? I don't know, let me know. But yeah, so road to 1,000 subscribers. Each milestone, I'm going to kind of like outline this a little bit more, and I'll cover it in the next episode or two. But each milestone, there will be giveaways. So like say we hit 250, we have a giveaway. We hit 500, we have a giveaway. We hit 600, that kind of thing. I'll choose the milestones ahead of time and show you guys what they are. Like I'll write it all out and everything. And then as we hit each milestone, you guys have a chance to win some really cool stuff. And coincidentally, if you are a maker, contact me if you'd be interested in being in the giveaway. It's an awesome way to get your things into, get your items into people's hands and get them, excited about it. And it offers variety to my options as far as what I can put in each giveaway package. So let me know. Yeah, I'm excited, and let's see how quickly we can get to 100 subscribers. If you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the button. Go ahead and share it on your Facebook. Not everybody is gonna like me. I'm fully aware. There's a podcast out there for them. But yeah, I want to see what we can do. And I want to give you guys some really, really cool giveaways in the meantime, Okay, I know I keep thinking that this is the last thing I'm going to cover, but I keep looking at my notes and going down the mentally checklist and seeing other things that I want to talk about. So I have 2 more things that I'm going to talk about. First off, which one? Hang on. Oh, okay. Yeah. First off, I am going to start having regular shop updates. I'm thinking I will do them every 2 weeks. I will have in-stock yarns and pre-orders both. So I think I will leave the custom order listings on the website for, if there's something that you need that I don't have in stock. That way you can order everything together and save on shipping. But I would really, really like to have some in-stock items that don't have the turnaround time. That way, if you guys need something for a project, oh man, so-and-so's birthday is coming up, I need a pair of socks. You can order a skein of my yarn, boom, it is shipped within 2 to 3 days kind of thing. So that said, let me know what you'd like to see in the shop. Most of what I have in stock right now is sock yarn. That is the most popular base so far that I've got. So I'm thinking in the next couple of weeks I will be putting up, now they're going to be small to start, they're going to be small, but as more people find out about them and start shopping the updates, I'll be able to increase what I dye and put up. But yeah, let me know if there's a colorway that you would like to see. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been hesitant to do this so far just because I like having a lot of undyed yarn sitting around for when you guys do email me with custom orders, but I feel like doing shop updates is going to be the best move, just because, like I said, it's a lot more, I don't know. I like ordering things that are in stock and knowing that I don't have to wait and wait and wait to get them. You're probably like that too, to a degree. So I'm going to give it a shot and see, just see where it goes. I'll probably do like one of a kind experiments, that kind of thing. So honestly, with each shop update, you'll probably see things that you may never see again. So yeah. And then that said, I want to time it to where I can talk about the next update on the podcast recorded right before it. So that way I can, hopefully I will have had everything dyed up and I can show you guys on the podcast what'll be in the update and you can see what you think. Okay, last but not least, probably the most exciting one so far, gotta say, I am going to be launching a new 12-month yarn club inspired by Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. I've seen a lot of Harry Potter yarn out there, a lot of clubs, kits, all that, which is awesome. I dyed some Harry Potter inspired colorways for my Yarntoberfest Advent last fall, which I still need to show pictures of. And I will be doing that again this year. So more on that as we get closer to summer. But yeah, I haven't seen anything for Fantastic Beasts, and my boyfriend and I just watched the first movie this week, so it's fresh on my mind. I have the animated version of the book on my iPad and the Kindle app, so why not? It's still got that magical feel like Harry Potter, but it's a little bit something different. I haven't so far come across any yarns like clubs or anything like that inspired by Fantastic Beasts. And so I thought, you know what? I might as well do it. So apologies if there is one out there and I just haven't seen it because I don't really look everywhere because that's kind of impossible because the internet is extremely vast and endless and yeah. But I thought it would be kind of fun because the Fantastic Beasts movies are still coming out. When is the third one coming out, for crying out loud? So yeah, I thought it'd be really cool to kick off one for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. It's going to be sock yarn. And I am working on little extras to include in the first package, that kind of thing. But it's going to be a 12-month club where you can do it as an auto renew club, 1 month at a time. You can do it you can purchase ahead of time as a 3, 6, or 12 month. If you do the 12 month, you get an exclusive 13th colorway that nobody else gets. So, that's what I'm planning. I'm really excited. I've already started going through the book again to find creatures and things to inspire me. There will be color stories for each one as I go. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, what else can I say about this? Aside from like how freaking excited I am. Like seriously, sorry, don't want to wake up the dog. But anyway, I'm tossing around different name ideas. I thought about, what did I call? Okay, hang on. Let me look at my notes. So I tossed around sock beasties. Didn't really like that. And then I thought about calling it Fantastic Socks, a yarn club inspired by Newt Scamander. So I don't know. I'm tossing around ideas. If you guys have anything way more clever than my lame idea, please comment, message me, whatever, and let me know, because I don't want it to be a lame name, okay? Just because I came up with Yarntoberfest and I think that's pretty brilliant, that doesn't mean I can come up with brilliant things all the time. I do need help with cleverness every once in a while. Just saying. Recap, 12-month sock club, or sock yarn club, inspired by Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I think I will put listings up in March to see how many slots I fill, all that, and then the first shipment will be in April. Now, I will say, I have no idea what the response is going to be. No idea. So we'll have to play it by ear as far as availability, when it starts, all that. If I get a lot of orders, I may have to start a little bit later. So anyway, we'll cross those bridges when we come to them. But for right now, I am working on putting together my mood board, inspiration images, choosing what I want to do, colorway names. I'm doing a full outline for the entire 12/13 colorway collection, and just trying to put everything together ahead of time, because I know that sometimes things happen and my creative juices ebb and flow. So while I'm excited about it, I'm putting everything together. If you have any thoughts on it, ideas, whatever, things that you would like to see in this club, let me know. I would be thrilled to hear. I will go ahead and start a thread in the Something About Yarn podcast Ravelry group for this episode. And that would be the awesomest place, the best place to tell me your ideas for this and like the other things that I've talked about. I know this has been a really, please help me, heavy episode, but I can't do it all on my own as much as I would like to. So I might as well get you guys involved, right? That's how I see it. And then you guys have the satisfaction of being involved in this stuff. Like, that's what I love about the internet. Nope. Saving that for next week. Okay. I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like I said, help me out on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's see how fast we can get to 1,000. Yeah, I'm really excited, and there are a lot of crows flying by. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was letting you guys go because you're tired of babbling at you. I can't even talk straight. I need to go. Okay, well, happy knitting, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. I almost forgot to do the giveaway announcement. So Desi's going to help me do it. Yes, she is. She's going to pick the winner. Except she loves everybody, so you'd all be winners if it was up to Desi. So she just wants to look out the window. But for real, guys, I used commentpicker.com on my iPad. I put in the URL for the post that everybody commented on, had it choose a random winner, and Cats and Crafts 5812 is the winner. Ta-da! So yeah, send me your mailing address and what colorway you would like dyed up on my 80/20 sock, and I will get that sent out in the next few weeks to you. Also, just a quick thank you to everybody who commented. I really enjoyed hearing what colorways spoke to you guys, what inspired you. So I'm thinking I may do giveaways more regularly, because why not, right? So between YouTube, Ravelry, and Instagram, hitting milestones, having giveaways, knit-alongs and all that, we should be able to have some pretty fun stuff. So yeah, I look forward to that, and thank you for your comments and everything. I really enjoyed reading them. So until next time.